When you started your punch needle journey, if you started with a beginner kit from the Urban Acres, then you started with a little gripper hoop just like this. And this is perfect for when you're getting started, but this is not practical for when you want to punch a bigger project. So there are a couple of different options, things you can use, and I'm going to go through those and which ones I would encourage you to consider investing in to really take your punching experience to the next level. So let's take a look. We're going to start on the inside and work our way out. So this is a no slip hoop by Morgan. So Morgan no slip hoops. These are typically used for quilting. You can use them for punch needle, and they're nice for smaller projects. Maybe if you're making a circle pillow, or you could even punch my punch needle slippers. You could punch those inside of a no slip hoop. The difference between this and a regular embroidery hoop is that this has a little plastic notch and a ring on the inside that really holds the fabric nice and tight. This is also a fairly economical option if you are wanting to do a bigger project but you don't want to spend a ton of money. These are a little bit hard to tighten. It takes some skill, takes a little bit more time, but it's a good starting place. If you wanted to level up, you could use something called a Q-snap hoop or a Q-snap frame. So this is a PVC base and it has these little clasps on the side, plastic, there we go. These little plastic clasps on the side. So what you would do is lay your fabric over that. You would take all these off, lay your fabric over it, and then position the clasps back on top, and then you kind of twist them and it makes the fabric tight. This is also a great economical option if you're wanting to make something like a pillow or, again, slippers, something small. But this limits you because you cannot make anything bigger than this and you're not able to move your work on the frame. The only gripper hooper frame that's going to allow you a huge amount of options for what you can make is an actual gripper frame. So what is a gripper frame? This is gripper strip, and it is like metal Velcro. So if you look at this, it has little hooks on the side, and it catches the fabric when I stretch it over, but it also allows it to be taken off. Now the interior of this gripper frame is 18 inches, so I could punch pretty close up to that. I wouldn't be able to get right up to the edge, but I can either punch within this frame or I can move my work on the frame to punch something bigger. So if you saw my wildflower rug pattern that I did, obviously I did not have a gripper frame that was the size of my rug. I had a smaller gripper frame and I moved it around. These come in all different sizes. I sell one on my website that's comparable to this in a 20-inch size, so you've got a lot of room. There's smaller lap frames. I have a bigger one that's 20 by 30, all different sizes, but you can do a lot with just one. So if I were to recommend one size, I really like the one that I sell, of course, because it's a 20-inch frame and that gives you a great base for things like pillows or stockings or slippers, but it's also big enough that if you were to make a rug, you're not having to constantly move it on the frame. Gripper frames can be pricey, but they are so worth the investment. If I was a beginning puncher who wanted to take my skills to the next level, the things I would definitely invest in would be the Oxford needle and a gripper frame. It's going to transform your work, I promise. If you've tried punching with a different frame and you get one of these, you will go, oh my gosh, why did I ever try to do so much work on a little hoop or on a Q-snap? The gripper frame is the way to go.